Hi everyone, Sharanu Sharanartigalu. So welcome to my channel. So this is the new point in the today's class, that is types of mixtures. In the previous class we have discussed that the classification of matters. So you have classified that matters are the pure substances and mixtures. We have stated that elements, compounds, homogeneous mixtures and heterogeneous mixtures. So today in this chapter, do you know that what is the chapter name? Is matter around us pure? This is the second chapter in chemistry, 9th standard. So today we are discussing point is types of mixtures. So first I will explain what is the definition of mixtures. Mixtures are of two types. They are homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture. So the mixture is formed by the combination of two or more substances mixed together, then it is, we can say that mixture. So afterward we are classifying that two types, they are the homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixtures. So first which mixture will you study here? Homogeneous mixture. The homogeneous mixture is mixture which has a uniform composition. Uniform composition. So uniform means same or similar, homogeneous. Clear? Homo is nothing but same, isn't it? So the particles of the mixture are not visible by the naked eye. So if you want to remember this homogeneous mixture in your mind, so first you see that salt solution or any one solution you have prepare and keep in the mind. So what I am telling here, you can understanding very easily. So are you prepared now? Okay, ready. Salt solution you take. So salt is dissolved in the water, but the salt particles we cannot visible with our naked eyes. If you want to see, so we can use that microscope, other instruments. But here this mixture is a uniform composition. What do you mean by homogeneous mixture here? It is a mixture which has a uniform composition. The particles of the mixture are not visible by the naked eyes. This is a very important. Salt is dissolved in the water, so we cannot see the salt particles in the water because we cannot visible. All these are the placed in between the particles of the water, between the space. So you have studied in the first chapter, the particles of the mixture are not visible by the naked eyes. Next point is the particles cannot be separated by filtration. So if you go by the filtration method, the salt will not separate and water will not separate. So we cannot be separated by filtration, the particles. So third point is the mixture is stable. See, salt is dissolved in the water, it is look like a uniform composition, it is look like a water only. So already solute is dissolved in the water, but the water is showing that stable. The particles do not settle down, these are the stable. Next, the path of a beam of light is not visible in the mixture. So here the path, so when the light is pass through this mixture, so we cannot see the path or a beam of the light in the mixture. So what are the example of homogeneous mixture? For example here, so mixtures of sugar in water, mixture of salt in water, mixture of copper sulfate in water. So many kind of mixtures are there. So these are related to the homogeneous mixture. So next second mixture is that is the heterogeneous mixture. So it is a mixture which has a non-uniform composition. So homogeneous was a uniform composition, but it is a non-uniform composition. So compared to these two mixtures, so hetero means different. Hetero means what here? Different kind or different. So now we can see their properties one by one. The particles are visible by the naked eye. So if you want to remember this heterogeneous mixture, you take mud or soil, otherwise flour. So the flour mixed in the water. So we can see that in the different types of the mixture. How means it is in the colloid state. How means the lighter particle of flour is floating on the surface of the water. Heavy particles of flour is settled down. So other particles they do not have more lighter, they do not have more heavier, they can be wandering one place to the another place in the water. Have you observed? Okay, fine. So this mixture you can keep in your mind. So definitely you will understanding these properties. So can you visible the particles of the flour here? Yes, the particles are visible by the naked eyes. Okay, the particles can be separated by filtration. So now you go through the filtration method. So these particles can easily separated, isn't it? Yeah, yes, clear. The mixture is unstable. The particles settle down. The mixture is unstable. The particles settle down, which are the heavy particles, they can be settled down. So what about in the homogeneous mixture? They are in the stable, the particles do not settle down. But here the heterogeneous mixture, the mixture is unstable, the particles settle down. The path of a beam of light is visible in the mixture. So when the torch is passing in this mixture, we can visible the path of beam of light, whereas in the homogeneous mixture we cannot see the path of a beam of light in that mixture. So but you can see in this mixture the path visible clearly. So example of heterogeneous mixture are mixes of salt and sand, mixes of sulfur and iron filling, so mixtures of oil and water, and a mixture of mud, mixture of the starch. So many things or many mixtures we can see in the heterogeneous mixture. This heterogeneous mixture is also called as suspension. It is also called as suspension. So suspension means it is a non-homogeneous or heterogeneous. The heterogeneous mixture is called suspension, and homogeneous mixture is called solution. So once again I will say that here homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture. Homogeneous mixture is called solution, heterogeneous mixtures are called suspension. Homogeneous mixture combination of solute and solvent, and heterogeneous mixture is combining with the solute and solvent, but the solute will not dissolve completely in the solvent. We can get it unstable or the particles are settled down. So these two are the types of mixtures. So I think you have understood. Okay. So next you will discuss this slide. Okay. So this slide is there here. Observe. So just I told homogeneous mixture is called solution. So which kind of the solution? That is true solution. True solution means what here? Yes, a true solution is a homogeneous mixture of two or more substances, solute and solvent. So solute dissolved in the water, we cannot see the particles of the solute. For example, salt mixed with or combined or dissolved in the water, the particles we cannot see. So now I will say here solute and solvent example. So solute is the salt, sugar, which one is dissolved. and solvent means which one is the capable of dissolving the substances. So that's why we are saying that water is a universal solvent, because that water is dissolving that many substances in their water. So we can say that water is a universal solvent. But here we are discussing true solution. A true solution is a homogeneous mixture of two or more substances. A solution has a solvent and solute at its component. What are the components of the solution? Solute and solvent. Solute is nothing but salt, solvent is nothing but here water. So solute and solvent are the two components of a true solution or a solution. The component in a larger amount is the solvent and the component in the lesser amount is the solute. So we will take only 1 spoon of salt and more in the water. So solvent amount is larger and solute amount is lesser. Is it clear? So 1 spoon of solute is dissolved in the solvent, then we cannot see that any particles in that water. So this is the, what you say, here two components are there, solute and solvent. So the larger amount is solvent and lesser amount is the solute. So these two are the components of the true solution. For example, here solution of salt in water, solution of sugar in water, iodine in water, or tincture iodine, soda water. Tincture means little quantity. Okay. Then what are the properties of the true solution? First point, true solution is a homogeneous mixture. Similar, same. Okay, homo means same. So true solution is a homogeneous mixture. The particles cannot be seen by the naked eye. We cannot see with our naked eye. The solute particles cannot be separated by the filtration. It is very difficult to separation of the solute particles in the true solution. The solute particles do not settle down and the solution is stable, because they are mixed with the water molecules or water particles. They do not settle down, always they are in the stable. The particles do not scatter a beam of light passing through it, and the path of light is not visible in the solution. So when the torch is passed into the solution, so they do not scatter. It can be move like that in the beam only, or collection of light rays only. And what you are saying, that the path of light is not visible in the solution. It is true. We cannot see the path. Okay. So I think you understood these points which we have discussed now. Those are the true solution and the properties of true solution. So remaining points we will discuss in the next class. So thank you one and all. Again I am wishing Sharanu Sharanarthigalu. Okay.